this video I'm going to be talking about my settings in Fortnite. So here you can see my settings, and in the video, if you want to see them, then you can pause at any point. But I put my mouse sensitivities to 0 so that you can see the important settings easier. So my X and Y sensitivity are 6.5. I use that because I've gotten used to it. And my targeting sensitivities are 0.4. I think this one's like that because it auto set to that when they changed it to have 3 numbers after the decimal. My building sensitivity has been changing a lot recently. I've been bumping it up a little bit, but yeah, I'm getting used to that. And my edit mode sensitivity I do not change. And here's some less important things. I do have sprint by default on, and you'll see later why I have that on. But most of the rest of the stuff is kind of obvious. Auto sort consumables to the right is definitely a nice little thing to have. Builder Pro build immediately you should definitely have turned on because it makes building so much easier. That doesn't matter because I have a different button on my controller set to that. And if you turn these off, it actually will make your FPS stay at 60 a little better, like instead of having more FPS drop. In my opinion, for sensitivities, I think it's all kind of preference, but you should definitely like try different sensitivities and get used to it. Like, I don't think you can just choose a random sensitivity and then think it'll be good for you, because everything requires practice. So copying like a pro's sensitivity or someone else's or your friends might not be a good idea because it just might not be like right for you. You might have to get used to it. So if you do want to copy pro sensitivity, like any pro player sensitivity on console, then you could, but you have to give it time to like get used to it. So practice makes perfect. But here's a little tip for you in when you have sensitivity and how you can know when to change it. So if you're aiming at a target and you swerve your cursor to one side, so say like that, then my cursor is past the target. So that means this is my X sensitivity, so my X would need to be lower because I want it to land on the target. Right there.
This is a harmonic speed.
You want it to land on the target when you swerve, and then same thing goes for if you're looking up or down. If I go like that, it's too high. So if you go like that, it's too low. So yeah, if you turn too far, you need to lower your X a little bit because then it'll land on the target. And if you don't go far enough, you need to make your X a little higher, and the same goes for the Y axis. It's just a little pointer for those. But yeah, let's continue into the controller binds. So I play claw. I didn't used to play claw, I used to play paddles. On my Scuff Impact controller, I still have it right here next to me. You can hear the paddles. But it broke, and that's why I switched to claw, because I don't really believe anymore that a Scuff controller is necessarily worth it, because it costs $200 and something, and there's 3 things that are broken about it. I've had it for a year. I believe my warranty is up, so I can't repair it for cheap. So I just decided to learn how to play claw because, you know, it's a more applicable skill to other games, I suppose. So all this is default here. So the first thing, so I have map as this, and I have my touchpad as toggle pickaxe. This is because your pointer finger presses the face buttons when you play on claw, so it's actually really close and really easy to hit the touchpad. So you can put your pickaxe to that. And also I had to move it off of triangle because that's my switch mode. Now you could have your switch mode on circle, but the reason I have it on triangle is simply because it's easier for my finger to reach. It doesn't cramp up as much trying to hit triangle as it does to hit circle. So because you don't want to hurt your finger when you're playing claw. so I feel like triangle's a little bit easier to press. I have left joystick as edit. I have seen some people edit with touchpad. So some people edit with touchpad. That should work theoretically, but I switched to the left stick for my edit button, and I haven't switched back because it just works for me. It feels fast. But my build controls here, you can see nothing's really different. I have to fix my trap picker bind because it's weird. It just like doesn't work properly. I probably have the wrong bind, to be honest, on it. And then my edit controls. So this one's important. I do not have left stick as confirm. I have L2 as confirm. Now this is because when you edit, to press the same button to start editing and to confirm edit is much slower. So when you have an edit, you can press the two buttons really fast. See how fast I can do this? Watch. Put a timer up on screen. And then now let me switch to left stick confirm. I mean, I'm not used to it, so I'll probably press the wrong thing, but here we'll go. Left stick to confirm. I feel like it's just slightly slower. You could do that if you want, but I would recommend having a different button to confirm. Just makes your life easier. And I have not changed select button or anything. Reset is still right stick. My dead zones are still the default. You can see reset. Still 12, and I can't get to the other one. There we go. Also 12. I haven't really experimented at all with these dead zones. I just kind of left them how they are. I also use a control freak, like a not as tall one on my right stick. You don't need a control freak on the left stick because it's just your sprint button, whereas you're aiming with your right stick, so it just makes movements less choppy and more smooth. But yeah, these binds are really good for claw, I think. Yeah, so I will put a map up on screen. It is a shotgun aim course made by Flea. You probably know it already, but if you don't, I'll put the code up on screen. It's what I use to practice my aim, like my shotgun aim and things like that. It's really good, and I recommend it to use it to test your X and Y sensitivities, what you feel like is comfortable for you. But you can always check websites. There's I know there for a fact there's a website that shows like pro player sensitivities on console, so you could use that to start off, like choose some sensitivities to start off. But yeah, guys, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more awesome content. I'm going to be streaming now that it's summer most days around 12 to 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to come hang out, come check those out. Yesterday we won 6 games on stream. But yeah, thanks for watching and see you guys later. Peace.